They pouring concrete. Just know this.
Y'all, and Seth, I'm gonna lump you in, even though I don't know your thoughts. Y'all all probably think the Deion thing's gonna work. Warren, you start us off.
I'm fully here.
One game.
No. He won at Jackson State. Did you not?
Wait, let me ask you a question before you go to Brett and then you end up with me about Deion. What is it about Deion besides him being a great player that makes you doubt that he can?
Arrogance.
A little male jealousy right there.
No.
I called my mama and she said, baby, must be the money. Yeah. Must be the money. It's got to be because I got people wanting me to friend. People I never thought about associating with. I don't know what it is. Talk to me. Check it out.
Good day, good people. It's your mail carrier, QT Dub, with another edition of
The Independent Mail.
Yo.
Subscribe.
And please, hit that like, share, and notification bell. I'm a small channel and it really helps. Besides, y'all know I like it.
I like it a lot.
Friends, you saw the intro, you saw the thumbnail, you see the hat, you see the shades. Yes, rocking the dang on black and gold. It's Colorado, you know what I'm saying? But it's not CU, baby. It's Live Well. Those that know. I ain't gonna keep getting into that. But, anywho, you know what the topic of this video is. I want to know what you guys think about this, but before we get to your opinion, I'm gonna give you my opinion. And I'm gonna tell you what little bit of a problem I had with this whole scenario. Let's go. So, for those that's been under a rock somewhere, let me give you a little bit of background as to why hats and sunglasses were even a thing in this whole Colorado versus Colorado State situation. We all know Deion as a great Hall of Fame athlete, but it's just as a reminder of how great he was, let's look at this in terms of MJ. Jordan dominated his sport, took 3 years off to play baseball, and then came back and dominated again. Now, during prime time, Mr. Sanders also dominated his sport, but he dominated by playing both sides of the ball, offense and defense at an elite level. And he did so all while also playing for the Atlanta Braves, which by the way was a Major League Baseball team, while MJ never got beyond the Double-A Birmingham Barons. Now, during Coach Prime's playing days, he may have been a little over the top with the celebration and the self-promotion. But he learned something during that time from a marketing standpoint. Now, fast forward to Coach taking this style with results to Jack State. They became #1 with media coverage that they had never before seen. Then, super struggling Colorado comes a calling. Coach takes his proven marketing, results-driven brand up to Boulder and completely turns over an 11-loss roster. This upsets a lot of players and coaches alike. I'll leave it up to you to figure out why. Despite most of the critics and talking heads like Paul Feinbaum projecting Colorado to only win 2 to 3 games at most,
Watch and see whether he can win the game or not, which very few people think he can. I think the spotlight that will be on him Saturday morning will not carry well to the next week. Your rundown for SportsCenter, you don't go, Colorado, they're 0-3. That's a good story. Why don't we lead with that today?
They jumped out of the gate to win the first 2, including then ranked number 16 TCU and Nebraska. Now cue the in-state rival Colorado State Rams. If you know anything about Colorado, you know that CU Boulder sort of represents more of the trust fund crowd, while Colorado State up in Fort Collins, aka FOCO, represents more of the horticultural crowd. Now, if you throw in the fact that Colorado Boulder has gotten all of this Hollywood-esque type of attention by bringing in tons of out-of-state portal players, it has ratcheted this rivalry up by 100. This brings me to the whole humility versus cockiness discussion. Which one's better? But before I get into that, let me get into what I had a problem with. I had a problem with Coach Norvell deciding that this was the platform to have a one black man to another code of conduct discussion.
But
But our kids came out of those videos really with a chip on their shoulder. They're tired of all that stuff. They really are tired of it. And I sat down with ESPN today, and I don't care if they hear it in Boulder. I told them I took my hat off and I took my glasses off, and I said, when I talk to grown-ups, I take my hat and my glasses off. That's what my mother taught me.
Coach Jay Norvell is 60 years old, and on top of that, he's an actual coach. So if anybody knows what a locker room discussion looks like, it's him. What do I mean by locker room discussion? Well, if Coach Norvell was really trying to be constructive, he would have had this discussion on a community-held platform or forum. Instead, he wanted to make these comments about another black man's brashness while questioning someone else's parenting skills. Who were these comments for? Were they for Deion? Were they for us? Or were they for the guy sitting next to him? How our ultra-gifted should conduct themselves in regards to humbleness and cockiness depends on the person. Some people build a great brand by being the love 'em or hate 'em cocky guy. Colorado is currently selling merchandise all over the country. You can't argue with those results. While multiple champion, multiple MVP, Timothy Duncan was about as dominant as you could possibly get, and you hardly heard a peep out of that guy. So it really depends on the individual. Friends, please leave a comment and let me know what your opinion is in regards to how our premier athletes or premier entertainers or premier people, period, should conduct themselves. Should they be a little bit arrogant or should they always be super humble? I'm really curious as to what people think about this. You guys saw what my opinion is. And also, let me know if you think this fool should have been ejected for this crazy play.
As a former safety, that's a very dumb play on the part of Henry Blackburn. I understand you may be trying to send a message, but that right there, the ball had already hit the ground. You see number 11, you see he's not even close to catching the football. I mean, he's already got gearing down, and the play's basically over.
That's a blatant penalty.
Yeah, that just makes no sense. Yeah. That's dumb football. I understand this is a rivalry and you're hyped up, but you're up. You're up by a touchdown. You guys are playing good football.
Until next time, peace and stay informed. You should give your boy a sub. Show this content love, homie. You got what you need in the channel you can trust. I'm here to be the best. I'm not here for hitting clubs. So go on and click that thumb. Make sure it's turning up. You should give your boy a sub. Show this content love, homie. You got what you need in the channel you can trust. I'm here to be the best. I'm not here for hitting clubs. So go on and click that thumb and make sure it's turning up. You should give your boy a sub.